and the singing of the German and American national anthems. As a reminder, during the national anthems, all military should stand at attention, facing the flag. It is appropriate for our civilian guests to place their right hand over their heart.
Einigkeit und Recht und Freiheit für das deutsche Vaterland. Dank lasst uns alle streben, brüderlich mit Herz und Hand. Einigkeit und Recht und Freiheit sind des Lieges und der Wand. Vaterland, bring Glanze dieses Glückes, liebe deutsches Vaterland. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets like cloud of bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Kissling Non-Commissioned Officer Academy's Intermediate Leadership Experience graduation for Class 17-7. I am Technical Sergeant Brad Buning, your Master of Ceremonies, and on behalf of the Commandant and Cadre of the Kissling Non-Commissioned Officer Academy, I'm delighted to welcome you to today's event. Thank you, A1C Linda Kosrul from the United States Air Force's and Europe Band for the excellent renditions of the German and American national anthems. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time it is my honor to introduce our distinguished guest. Our guest speaker for today's ceremony is from the Air Force Installation and Mission Support Center, Detachment 4, Chief Master Sergeant Rolelma Wood. The Commandant of the Kissling Non-Commissioned Officer Academy, Chief Master Sergeant Kathy Glasscock. Representing the Commander, 86th Airlift Wing, Colonel Paul Filczek. Representing Command Chief, 86th Airlift Wing, Chief Master Sergeant Gregory Austin. Commander, 435th Air Ground Operations Wing, Colonel Trey Rawls. The Command Chief, 435th Air Ground Operations Wing, Chief Master Sergeant Keith Temple. Vice Commander, 521st Air Mobility Operations Wing, Colonel Bradley Spears. Representing Command Chief Master Sergeant 521st Air Mobility Operations Wing, Chief Master Sergeant Jeffrey Bratcher. We want to recognize all directors, commanders, chief master sergeants, first sergeants, supervisors, mentors, and friends of our graduates who extended their support throughout the course. Thank you for being part of today's ceremony. We also want to pay special recognition to our individuals whose support cannot truly be measured, our graduates' families. They have sacrificed for mission requirements, TDY commitments, deployments, and PCS moves. These are sacrifices not uncommon to those who are part of the Air Force family. Their families' contributions have advanced those NCOs to arrive at this point in their career. Will the spouses, significant others, and family members of our graduates please stand to be recognized? Thank you. This afternoon, we celebrate the successful completion of the Non-Commissioned Officer Academy's Intermediate Leadership Experience for our 114 non-commissioned officers. The ILE course is designed to develop adaptable NCOs for current and future leadership and management challenges in order to think and act critically in complex and ambiguous environments, such as the ones we face every day. Today's graduates, with a class average of 9.3 years time in service, represent an elite group of junior NCOs from across USAFE Africa. They led the charge and completed their distance learning course and have now capstoned their junior enlisted education with the completion of the ILE. Our students devoted themselves to 198 academic hours, which focused on 192 competencies and 38 leadership behaviors. They successfully accomplished 25 academic days, 7 graded written assignments, and 2 graded briefings. Each student received 360-degree feedback daily from peers and instructors. The feedback provoked individual self-reflection and ultimately drove a change in their behavior. This graduation ceremony is a proud part of our profession of arms. It is a time to recognize how our enlisted leaders challenge, train, mentor, and guide the future of our great Air Force, our airmen. There were many discussions and displays of leadership throughout the 25 academic days. A select few NCOs are distinguished by the ropes they are wearing. These ropes represent Class 17-7 student leadership. These students led their peers throughout the entire experience. Our class leader is wearing a red rope, and our 10 flight leaders are identified by their yellow ropes. The black ropes represent the key players for our reveille and retreat ceremonies held throughout the class. Students of Class 17-7, congratulations. You have risen to the challenges placed in front of you, and have succeeded. This ceremony, the reason we're all here today, is to salute you. We sincerely hope that your intermediate leadership experience will always be one that you remember. At this time, it is with great pleasure that we introduce our guest speaker for this afternoon. Chief Master Sergeant Wilma Wood is the MAJCOM Functional Manager for Security Forces under the Air Force Installation and Mission Support Center, Detachment 4, Ramstein Air Base, Germany. She is responsible for managing manpower requirements affecting 3,000 enlisted security forces personnel across USAFE. She supports assigned forces by organizing, training, and equipping the security forces career field by balancing manpower, allocations, disseminating policy guidance, and implementation. It is my distinct pleasure to introduce Chief Master Sergeant Wilma Wood.
Down to the bottom. Good afternoon, commanders, directors, chiefs, first sergeants, families, and friends. Thank you for being here today, this special ceremony. As you graduate at Kingsley NCO Academy, Class 17-7, your second level of PME. I am humbled and honored for this opportunity. Graduating the NCO Academy is a milestone in your career. You have dedicated numerous hours, have accomplished the task at hand. Congratulations. Today, I want to start by telling you that you're an amazing group of leaders. you're ready, willing, and able to take on your next challenge, whatever that might be. We all have experienced challenges in our career, myself included. I grew up in El Salvador, Central America. And if you don't know what that's at, you can Google it later, not right now. My grandparents, who raised me, did not know how to read or write. So getting an education early in my life was not easy. As a matter of fact, knowing what time to leave to go to school was tough. There was no clocks in my house or my grandma's house. So the way I knew how to start walking to school was I saw a shadow from the roof that touched a specific rock in the backyard. Later, as a 13-year-old, I had to learn English as I moved to the United States. I can tell you, I thought that would be the hardest thing in my life. I have learned to appreciate everything, and education for me is one of those things that I value. All of you have a story, and I'm sure you worked really hard to get to where you're at today. As I thought about what I wanted to tell you today, I wanted to share my personal experience in the Air Force. I decided to come up with 10, they're short, 10 top leadership tips. That's the first thing they tell me. 10, dang, that's a big list. And I wish someone would have told me younger in my career as a defender. But now I get the honor to tell you, and hopefully this will help you out as you move on to your next level. First and foremost, be yourself. Figure out what kind of leader you want to be. Take the tools and information you've received the last 5 weeks to develop yourself and figure out how you can develop your airmen. Your airmen want to see the real person, not somebody that's fake. Second, don't sweat the small stuff. And I speak from experience. There are certain things you cannot control. Stay focused on the mission and continue on. You set the tone. Every day. If you stress over the small stuff, you're going to lose your credibility. Third, your folks want to feel valued, appreciated, and that they're part of a team. How far are you willing to go to take care of them? Are you willing to sacrifice your self-interest for theirs? A quote I read recently states, people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. Your airmen will work harder for you when you care about them. Fourth, play well with others. From experience. For this one, I want to focus on how you get along with your peers, your airmen, and your leadership. A kind word goes a long ways, but a harsh remark just makes the situation a lot worse. You will have bad days, but in those days, you are tested, persevere through it. Tomorrow will be a new day. Try again, and don't give up. Fifth, address your issues head on. Do not ignore your problems. They will come back, and then you have to deal with them. While you're doing that, be calm and don't let your emotions overwhelm you. 6, make a difference every day. Even though you may not realize you're making a difference, your airmen are watching you. And they're waiting for you to lead them, to guide them, and to mentor them. And mentor them every chance you can. Next, be patient. This is really hard for me to be patient. Wherever you are in your career right now, if you feel like something is not right or not fair, step out and do something about it. Don't wait for somebody to tell you what to do. Most of us are thinking in the future. We're busy thinking of tomorrow. If you're concerned with making rain quickly, be patient. The opportunity will come where you'll lead and you'll step out to your next level. Be patient. Don't try to push so hard that you forget where you came from. Remember that you were an airman once. 8, think big. Don't let your circumstances determine your path or your choices. Have goals, professional and personal goals. Write them down and share those goals with your family, your friends, your co-workers. I remember a specific time in my career when I took time to do this. My husband and I were at Lackland Air Force Base. He was a military training instructor. I was an instructor at the Inter-American Air Force Academy. We both wanted to finish our degrees. And I wanted to start a family. He wanted to get his blue robe, and then he wanted to go through OTS, Officer Training School. That's a lot of goals, so I recommended to him. I said, we need to write them down. He was a little hesitant. Why? I already know what I want to do, so just write them down. As I look back now, every single one of those goals came to life. And I can't tell you that for sure because I wrote it down, but something that when you write a goal down or something on paper, it makes you accountable and it keeps you focused. So write it down. There's no goal too big enough. 9th, hold yourself accountable. If you want to be a good leader, you must take the good and the bad, even when you don't feel good. You must have people that you can, people that can keep you honest, that you care about. There's some people that you don't care about that keep you honest. That can give you constructive feedback. It's not fun getting constructive feedback. But it will make you improve and learn from your mistakes and your failures. And you will fail at times. We're not superheroes. Except for Chief Joseph. Somewhere. Have a positive attitude. A positive attitude starts with you. The moment you get up in the morning, you determine your day. We should keep a positive attitude because you're going to influence so many people throughout your day, throughout your career, in your life. So to sum it all up, remember to always be yourself. Don't sweat the small stuff. It's definitely not about you. Play well with others. Address your problem. Make a difference. Be patient. Think big. And have a positive attitude. I hope this advice helps you in your future endeavors. As you go back next week, right? Well, talk to your supervisor about that. Remember that you have learned what you have learned from the last 5 weeks from your instructor. Appreciate the tools that you were given and share your experience with others. It is a privilege to have attended this course. I am so proud of every single one of you. Your hard work has paid off. Congratulations once again on this milestone of your career. Thank you.
Chief Master Sergeant Wood, thank you for your inspirational words and encouragement. Chief Glasscock, would you please join Chief Wood on stage to present the awards? Throughout the Air Force and enlisted professional military education, it is a tradition to recognize excellence in performance. We do this through our awards program. Families and friends, please feel free to come forward and take photographs. Our first award is the Academic Achievement Award. It is awarded to the student who has shown excellence as a scholar by achieving the highest combined score on all summative evaluations. The Academic Achievement Award winner is, from Paycock Flight, Technical Sergeant Gregory Taylor. Sergeant Taylor is a member of the 31st Operations Support Squadron, Aviano.
Go Taylor!
Our next presentation is the Commandant's Award. This award recognizes the student who displayed outstanding leadership within the classroom, exhibited exceptional military bearing, and highly effective interpersonal skills. 4 students were selected by their peers and instructors to be considered for the Commandant's Award. Chief Glasscock interviewed all the nominees and made the final selection. Nominees, as I announce your name, please stand and remain standing until all the nominees are announced. The nominees are, from Spirit Flight, Technical Sergeant Robert Martin II. From Raptor Flight, Technical Sergeant Darlene Wells. From Hercules Flight, Technical Sergeant Dwight Hunter. From Thunderbolt Flight, Technical Sergeant Heather Valenti. All of our nominees are truly outstanding leaders and very deserving of this recognition. Let's give them all a round of applause. Nominees, you may be seated. The Kissling Non-Commissioned Officer Academy's Commandant Award winner is, from Hercules Flight, Technical Sergeant Dwight Hunter. Technical Sergeant Dwight Hunter is a member of the 48th Maintenance Group, Lakewood. Our next award presentations are the Distinguished Graduate Awards. These awards highlight excellence as both a leader and a scholar. They represent the top 10% of the class, and 11 students have earned this exceptional distinction. Ladies and gentlemen, our distinguished graduates are From Spirit Flight, Technical Sergeant Frederick Chamberlain. Sergeant Chamberlain is a member of the 100th Operations Support Squadron, Mildenhall. From Thunderbolt Flight, Technical Sergeant Kevin McCoy. Sergeant McCoy is a member of the 31st Operations Support Squadron, Aviano. From Predator Flight, Technical Sergeant Jerry Medeiros. Sergeant Medeiros is a member of the 372nd Training Squadron, Detachment 24, Aviano. From Predator Flight, Technical Sergeant Travis A.C. Gibson. Sergeant A.C. Gibson is a member of the 372nd Training Squadron, Attachment 16, Lakenheath. From Pickhawk Flight, Technical Sergeant Gregory Taylor. Sergeant Taylor is a member of the 31st Operations Support Squadron, Aviano. From Falcon Flight, Technical Sergeant Kyle Johnson. Sergeant Johnson is a member of the 423rd Security Forces Squadron, Hoffenberg. From Eagle Flight, Technical Sergeant Alicia Winterston. Sergeant Winterston is a member of the 352nd Special Operations Support Squadron in Mildenhall. From Eagle Flight, Technical Sergeant Brad Johannes. Sergeant Johannes is a member of the 435th Contingency Response Squadron, Ramsar. From Hercules Flight, Technical Sergeant Dwight Hunter. Sergeant Hunter is a member of the 48th Maintenance Group, Lakenheath.
Thank y'all.
From Raptor Flight, Technical Sergeant Darlene Wells. Sergeant Wells is a member of the 702nd Munitions Support Squadron, Buchel. From Spirit Flight, Technical Sergeant Robert Martin II. Sergeant Martin is a member of the 48th Component Maintenance Squadron, Lake and Heath. Receiving recognition as the top leader and scholar from any group in today's Air Force is a true honor. We will now recognize the student who has reached this pinnacle performance by awarding the John L. Levitot Honor Graduate Award. The John L. Levitot Award is the highest recognition attainable at any level of enlisted professional military education. The recipient of this award clearly excelled in the areas of academic, dress and appearance, military bearing, interpersonal skills, and overall leadership. Ladies and gentlemen, the Kissling Non-Commissioned Officer Academy's John L. Levitot Honor Graduate Award winner is, from Thunderbolt Flight, Technical Sergeant Heather Valenti. Sergeant Valenti is a member of the 48th Operations Support Squadron in Lake and Heath. Thank you, Chief Wood and Chief Glasscock. Now it is time to capture on Class 17-7's intermediate leadership experience and honor our enlisted heritage by presenting our students with their well-earned graduation diplomas. Audience, please feel free to applaud as the graduates make their way across the stage. Students, prepare for graduation.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Technical Sergeant Ferguson, and it's my honor to present you the graduates from Reaper Flight, beginning with the flight leader from the 606 Air Control Squadron, Aviano, Technical Sergeant Arthur Rosina. From the 100 Civil Engineer Squadron, Mildenhall, Technical Sergeant James Peasley. From the 31st Maintenance Squadron, Aviano, Technical Sergeant Brandon Rogan. From the 31st Maintenance Squadron, Aviano, Technical Sergeant Alfredo Mato. From the 402nd Intelligence Squadron, Darmstadt, Technical Sergeant Brian Cotton. From the 86th Aircraft Maintenance Squadron, Ramstein, Technical Sergeant Evan Propp. From the 7th Reconnaissance Squadron, Sigonella, Technical Sergeant Caleb Kirk. From the 48th Component Maintenance Squadron, Lake and Heath, Technical Sergeant Giovanni Ortiz. From the 48th Medical Operations Squadron, Lake and Heath, Technical Sergeant Justin Pribble. From the 31st Security Forces Squadron, Aviano, Staff Sergeant Altricia Rush. From the 100th Aircraft Maintenance Squadron, Mildenhall, Technical Sergeant Derek Spiteri. From the 703rd Munitions Support Squadron, Vocal, Technical Sergeant Kyle Todd.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Technical Sergeant Pineda. It is my honor to present you to the graduates from Falcon Flight, beginning with my flight leader. From the 31st Aircraft Maintenance Squadron, Aviano, Technical Sergeant Grant Clark. From the 423rd Medical Squadron, Appleberry, Technical Sergeant Jason Avery. From the 68th Special Forces Brigade, Bulgaria, Master Sergeant Georgi Dinov. From the 435th Construction and Training Squadron, Ramstein, Technical Sergeant Justin Haley. From the 423rd Security Forces Squadron, Alconbury, Technical Sergeant Kyle Johnson. From the 435th Contingency Response Squadron, Ramstein, Technical Sergeant Kevin Kuss. From the 52nd Operations Support Squadron, Spangdahlem, Technical Sergeant Fong Lin. From the 100 Logistics Readiness Squadron, Mildenhall, Technical Sergeant Jonathan Peabody. From the 48th Maintenance Operations Squadron, Lakenheath, Staff Sergeant Richard Simpson. From the NATO Aircraft Maintenance Squadron, Gallipursian, Technical Sergeant Tristan Soto. And lastly, from 100 Civil Engineer Squadron, Mildenhall, Technical Sergeant John Wilson.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Technical Sergeant Kalisa, and it is my honor to present you with the graduates from Predator Flight. Beginning with my flight leader, from the 786 Force Support Squadron, Ramstein, Technical Sergeant Daniel Whiteman. From the 372nd Training Squadron, Detachment 16, Lakenheath, Technical Sergeant Tavis A.C. Gibson. From the 721st Aerial Corps Squadron, Ramstein, Technical Sergeant Brett Bellamore. From the 48th Communications Squadron, Lakenheath, Technical Sergeant DeAndrea Dupree. From the 18th Intelligence Squadron, Detachment 4, Feltwell, Technical Sergeant Obed Hassel.
There you go.
From the 48th Equipment Maintenance Squadron, Lakenheath, Staff Sergeant Dennis Holtz, Jr. From the 691st Cyberspace Operations Squadron, Ramstein, Technical Sergeant Louis Joubert. From the 372nd Training Squadron, Detachment 24, Aviano, Technical Sergeant Jerry Medeiros. From the 86th Civil Engineer Squadron, Ramstein, Technical Sergeant Benjamin Perry. From the 748th Aircraft Maintenance Squadron, Lakenheath, Technical Sergeant Aaron Peterson. From the 748th Aircraft Maintenance Squadron, Lakenheath, Technical Sergeant Robert Poole. And lastly, from the 86th Aerospace Medicine Squadron, Ramstein, Technical Sergeant Renato Sambale.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Technical Sergeant Mize. It is my honor to present to you the graduates from the Spartan flight. Beginning with the flight leader from the 606th Air Control Squadron, Aviano, Technical Sergeant Matthew Nielsen. From the 485th Intelligence Squadron, Mike Castell, Staff Sergeant Ryan Sejas. From 352nd Special Operations Maintenance Squadron, Mildenhall, Technical Sergeant Anthony Diggs. From the 86th Security Forces Squadron, Ramstein, Technical Sergeant Simone Francis. From the 31st Force Support Squadron, Aviano, Technical Sergeant Justin Gray. From the 422nd Medical Operations Squadron, Proughton, Technical Sergeant Corey McCurdy. From the 86th Security Forces Squadron, Ramstein, Technical Sergeant Stefan McKinley. From the 86th Aerial Evacuation Squadron, Ramstein, Staff Sergeant Johan Rodriguez. From the 748th Aircraft Maintenance Squadron, Lady Heath, Technical Sergeant Dustin Unger. And last but not least, from the 100th Operations Support Squadron, Mildenhall, Technical Sergeant James Ward.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Technical Sergeant Ramsey, and it is my honor to present to you the graduates from Spirit Flight, beginning with the class leader from the 48th Component Maintenance Squadron, Lakenheath, Technical Sergeant Roderick Martin II. Now the flight leader from the 86th Logistics Readiness Squadron, Ramstein, Technical Sergeant Philip Curtis. From the Bulgarian Navy, Unit 22580, Varna, Guavin Starshina Victor Asinov. From the 86th Medical Squadron, Ramstein, Technical Sergeant Nadezhda Ayala. From the Heavy Airlift Wing, Papa, Technical Sergeant Kevin Benz. From the 100th Operations Support Squadron, Mildenhall, Technical Sergeant Frederick Chamberlain. From the 100th Maintenance Group, Mildenhall, Technical Sergeant Vicente Gomez Jr. From the 321st Special Tactics Squadron, Mildenhall, Technical Sergeant Kyle Lucas. From the 31st Aircraft Maintenance Squadron, Aviano, Technical Sergeant William Toth. From the 31st Maintenance Group, Aviano, Staff Sergeant Lucretia Usher. And finally, from the 1st Air Communications Operations Squadron, Ramstein, Staff Sergeant Louise Velez.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I am Master Sergeant Johnson, and it is my honor to present to you the graduates from Raptor Flight, beginning with the flight leader from the 48th Equipment Maintenance Squadron, Lakenheath, Technical Sergeant Eric Dixon. From the Botswana Defense Force, Air Arm Command Headquarters, Tebe Patswa, Warrant Officer Moses Anetsi. From the 100th Maintenance Squadron, Mildenhall, Staff Sergeant Stephen Izagiri. From the 52nd Aircraft Maintenance Squadron, Springdahlem, Technical Sergeant Nicholas Kylan. From the 48th Aerospace Medicine Squadron, Lakenheath, Technical Sergeant Travis Kyle. From the 352nd Special Operations Wing, Mildenhall, Technical Sergeant William Louts. From the 86th Operational Support Squadron, Ramstein, Technical Sergeant Alexander Marsh. From the 31st Civil Engineering Squadron, Aviano, Technical Sergeant Brock Onken. From the 100th Aircraft Maintenance Squadron, Mildenhall, Technical Sergeant Kayla Ray. From the 435th Security Forces Squadron, Ramstein, Technical Sergeant Joshua Sams. And last but not least, from the 702nd Munitions Support Squadron, Bushel, Technical Sergeant Darlene Wells.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Technical Sergeant Benedicto, and it's my honor to present to you the graduates from Eagle Flight, beginning with my class leader from the 48th Munitions Squadron in Lakenheath, Technical Sergeant Tanner Johnson. From the 76th Airlift Squadron, Ramstein, Technical Sergeant Justin Burke. From the 100th Air Refueling Wing, Mildenhall, Staff Sergeant Wayne Fontana. From the 100th Logistic Readiness Squadron, Mildenhall, Staff Sergeant Samuel Hall. From the 470th Air Base Squadron Guiding Division, Technical Sergeant Dallas Helmus. From the 435th Contingency Response Force Squadron, Ramstein, Technical Sergeant Brad Johannes. From the 86th Security Forces Squadron, Ramstein, Staff Sergeant Timothy Norwood. From the 48th Component Maintenance Squadron, Lakenheath, Technical Sergeant Robert Patterson. From the 569th United States Forces Police Squadron, Mogwai, Technical Sergeant Anthony Hyde. From the 352nd Special Operations Support Squadron, Mildenhall, Technical Sergeant Alicia Williston. Finally, but not least, from the 470th Air Base Squadron Guidance Collection, Lieutenant Sergeant Dustin Wiley.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Technical Sergeant Austin. It is my honor to present to you the graduates from Cape Hawk Flight, beginning with the flight leader from Detachment 4, 18th Intelligence Squadron, Felwell, Technical Sergeant Troy McKee. From the 52nd Logistics Readiness Squadron, Spangdahlem, Staff Sergeant Devontae Biggs. From the 48th Maintenance Operations Squadron, Lincoln Heat, Technical Sergeant Justin Fire. From the 435th Contingency Training Squadron, Ramstein, Technical Sergeant Daniel Brown III. From the 352nd Special Operations Support Squadron, Mildenhall, Technical Sergeant Michael Busick. From the 52nd Medical Support Squadron, Spangdahlem, Technical Sergeant Stephen Holt. From the 100th Security Forces Squadron, Mildenhall, Technical Sergeant Elena Howard. From the 352nd Special Operations Maintenance Squadron, Mildenhall, Technical Sergeant Melissa Moss. From the 48th Civil Engineering Squadron, Lincoln Heat, Staff Sergeant Brian Nowakowski. From the 31st Operations Support Squadron, Aviano, Technical Sergeant Zachary Scott. From the 31st Operations Support Squadron, Aviano, Technical Sergeant Gregory Taylor. From the 52nd Logistics Readiness Squadron, Spangdahlem, Staff Sergeant Todd Allen Webster II.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Technical Sergeant Abdullah Hadi, and it's my honor to present you the graduates from the flight division in this flight. Beginning with the flight leader. From the 352nd Special Operations Aircraft Maintenance Squadron, Mildenhall, Technical Sergeant Aaron Moore. From the 52nd Medical Operations Squadron, Spangdahlem, Technical Sergeant Ryan Ford. From the 603rd Air Operations Center, Ramstein, Technical Sergeant Cody Grant. From the 48th Maintenance Group, Lincoln Heat, Technical Sergeant Benjamin Hewitt. From the 48th Maintenance Group, Lincoln Heat, Technical Sergeant Dwight Hunter. From 100 Maintenance Squad, Male Mildenhall, Staff Sergeant Peter Leon Guerrero. From Headquarters, United States Air Forces in Europe and Air Forces Africa, Ramstein, Technical Sergeant Brian Murray. From 603rd Munitions Support Squadron, Vocal, Technical Sergeant Matthew Newman. From the 48th Commission Squadron, Lakenheath, Technical Sergeant Adam Page. From the 86th Logistical Records Squadron, Ramstein, Technical Sergeant Donald Perez. From the 31st Maintenance Squadron, Naviano, Technical Sergeant Timothy Weary. From the 108th Squadron, Mildenhall, Technical Sergeant Randy Williamson.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I am Technical Sergeant Weber, and it is my honor to present to you the graduates from Thunderbolt Flight, beginning with the flight leader from the 52nd Logistics Readiness Squadron, Bengal, Technical Sergeant Rico Gardner. From the 786 Civil Engineer Squadron, Ramstein, Technical Sergeant Arthur Barnechea.
That guy's H-back.
From the 435th Construction and Training Squadron, Ramstein, Staff Sergeant Jason Brantley. From the 31st Operations Support Squadron, Aviano, Technical Sergeant Kevin McCoy. From the 748th Aircraft Maintenance Squadron, Lakenheath, Technical Sergeant John Meehan. From the 603rd Air Operations Center, Ramstein, Technical Sergeant Alexander Meekins. From the 52nd Logistics Readiness Squadron, Bengal, Staff Sergeant Mark Navarro. From the 52nd Force Support Squadron, Bengal, Technical Sergeant Brittany Poliat. From the 86th Medical Support Squadron, Ramstein, Technical Sergeant Christopher Sarchiotto. From the 352nd Special Operations Aircraft Maintenance Squadron, Mildenhall, Technical Sergeant John Smith. From the 48th Operations Support Squadron, Lakenheath, Technical Sergeant Heather Valenti. And last but not least, from the 31st Fighter Wing, Aviano, Technical Sergeant Joshua Walker. Ladies and gentlemen, how about one more round of applause for our graduates? Now we will hear closing comments from Chief Glasscock, followed by the class leader's dismissal of the class. Finally, we will conclude our ceremony with you, the audience, joining us as we sing the Air Force song.
Good afternoon, everyone. Alright, so hey, let's do a big thank you to the Officers Club. Let me see who else we have. Public Affairs, Basecom, and what about A1C Kazoo and her singing of the German. Wood, thank you so much for coming out and seeing the class and giving us your inspirational words today and all your support. To Chief Wood. Let's do one last applause for all our commanders, our directors, our chiefs, our shirts, mentors, support the class. It means so much to us. To our staff, today we're going to farewell. We're going to say goodbye to 4 of our Kissling family members. So if Sergeant McNabb, where are you hiding? Hey, you got like way over there? Like we've already left. Sergeant McNabb, Sergeant Moran, Sergeant Ford, Sergeant Haldeman. I saw the face. If you guys could stand up. These guys are leaving the Kissling family. This is their last graduation. And between these 4 gentlemen, they have done 79 classes and taught 8,839 hours of instruction to 945 students. That is outstanding. So let's give a round of applause. We're really going to miss these guys, and we wish them the best with their families as they head off to Ramstein, McGuire, Langley, and Korea. So we wish you and your families the best. And last but not least, class 17-7. We want to thank you guys for all your hard work and your dedication throughout the last 5 weeks. We want to congratulate you on your accomplishments today and wish you all nothing but the best. So Sergeant Martin, for one last time, take charge of your class.
Class, 10, hut! What is your mission?
Fly, fight, win, in airspace, cyberspace.
Can I get an air power?
Air power.
Dismissed. Off we go.